107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
WBLS, what's going on? It's your Radio Love, Deja Vu in the afternoon, hanging out with my girl, Keke Palmer. What's going on, Keke?
Girl, nothing much, just hanging out at the station, vibing out with the kids.
Vibing out with the kids and everything. Now, listen, loving this hair.
Oh, thank you, girl.
Okay, so tell me what's happening.
So, first of all, I cut my hair probably like 2 years ago.
Okay, right. I remember you had it short.
I keep getting shorter and shorter.
Are you going to rock the baldy in a second?
Yes, girl, probably. Like, literally, I'm holding on to this last piece that's up here because I went to the Mohawk.
But it looks good on you because everybody can't pull that off. Like, I would be looking real crazy with the ears. I couldn't do it.
But you can pull off red locks.
Thanks, though, boo.
Okay.
We do this. We do a little something. All right, so listen, you've been everywhere since the top of the year. All right, latest, let's work backwards. Yesterday, I saw a tutorial thing that you did with the Smokey. Who knew? This chick is multi-talented. We know you sing.
Well, you know,
we know you act.
taught me how to do my own makeup.
Right.
Because I did Cinderella out here, I guess now that's 2 years
Like 2 years ago.
That's so crazy how fast time went by.
I know.
But yeah, so I had to learn how to do my makeup because I would do my makeup for every show.
But I thought they had makeup artists.
No.
We were on a budget.
I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but the actual experience is to really do it yourself. And
really?
So I just took it on. They had a lady come in and she taught me. And then every show I got better and better and better. So I know how to do my makeup fast now because of that too.
Yes, that Smokey eye was serious and you had the little part to go back there. Mine always kind of gets stuck. So what kind of products do you use? What are your favorites?
Well, I love MAC.
Yeah.
I think their eyeshadows are really good.
Their eyeshadows are good.
Urban Decay has great pigment eyeshadow.
I use their the Urban Decay no, not the liner, the
eyebrow?
Yes, the eyebrow stuff and the eyeshadow primer.
Yes. It
works
Cover
good.
FX has a great face primer. Like for before you get your foundation on. Foundation as I love. NARS.
Yes, girl, I love me some
MAC.
NARS.
I have to mix
Cadiz.
them a little bit, but I love the texture of the foundation. I also love Iman powders, honey.
I haven't used Iman powders.
Girl, you can get them drugstore type powders.
That's what my friends were saying.
Yes. Also, Black Opal drugstore brand is
really
fabulous.
all right. So
amazing sticks, amazing.
Kiki's putting us on. Okay, Black Opal going on to the drugstore.
Yes,
Iman, do not sleep. David Bowie, rest in peace. Okay, anyway. Yeah. So wait a minute. All right, so Keke, you've been super busy with your makeup and everything. You're acting. Now the music. You got this new joint with Jeremih, Enemies. Tell us all about it.
I'm so excited about Enemies. I'm so happy that we got Jeremih on there because, you know, Chicago vibes.
Of course.
I'm a huge fan of his, always have been. So I was glad that he was feeling the record and wanted to hop on it. You know, Enemies, about unrequited love.
Of course.
I had my first experience with that a couple years ago.
What happened?
And it was so fell in love with a guy. Or, you know, I should say thought that I fell in love with a guy.
Right.
But you know, so quickly did it turn into hate. You know what I mean? It's that emotion of being in love.
Absolutely.
That you get confused with the action of actually loving somebody.
Right.
And it so quickly can turn into negative if you're not sure of yourself or self-aware enough of who you are. And so I got a cool song out of it, but it was a tough experience. But at the end of the day, the song I feel like is a good representation of that.
Are you going to have more of those kind of things on your album? And when will the album be coming out?
Album is looking to come out in September. Okay. And I'll definitely have a lot of vulnerable moments like that. Whether it be with my own self or whether it be with me learning about my sexuality, my sensuality, growing into being a woman. And just all the things that I feel like the people my age can understand and relate to. The people of the millennials can relate to. Like
y'all have, you know what? I got you back. Just a couple years. Just 2. Just 2.
I was in 8th grade, you was in 10th.
Exactly, girl. What? Tell them. But no, it seems like you guys have so much coming at y'all.
Yeah, because
like
of the
seriously,
internet now.
yes.
Now it's a lot of comparisons. You know, a lot of oh my gosh, they got that, but do they?
How did you deal with that? Because you were in the spotlight at a young age too, and then going up and going through puberty in the spotlight. How was that transition?
Well, I felt all of that. I mean, I really felt the same thing that anybody else would feel.
Right.
It's really all about talking yourself out of those emotions. You know what I mean? Like every thought and feeling that pops into your head, you don't have to go with. And
girl.
You know what I mean? I think often we feel like we do. And so that's really like what I came to figure out. And like literally it's what my book is about. And that's what the music will be about. It's all about, you don't have to dwell in things. You can feel them, you can let them live, and you can let them go.
You got an old soul, girl. Look at that. Because I know when I was 22, I was like, boo. No, we ain't having it. You said what?
No, seriously. But it gets tiring.
Exactly.
It gets tiring to take yourself that seriously. Because the truth is, every way that anybody treats you doesn't have it's not representative of you. It's representative,
absolutely.
It's representative of them.
But it takes you a while to get to that point. I was not mature enough mentally to realize that until some years later. And I was like, huh? What? And then you can let that stuff just roll on off. But
I think that me being in the industry so young,
right,
is probably what maybe helped me come to that conclusion so quickly, because I was always dealing with so many different personalities, and I got to a point where like, oh, okay, well, it's not really about caring if this person likes me or not, or if we're the best of friends. It's about, look, this is the message, and this is what I'm trying to move forward. Can you help me do that?
Right.
We don't have to be the best of buds. It's not about all that. It's about, can you help me do this? And we move forward. If you can, great.
If you
can't,
can't,
all right.
I love it. Love it. So are you currently dating?
I'm definitely dating. Not anything serious. It's hard. I hate that. I hate the stereotype that it's like, if you focus on your career as a woman, you're going to be single. But honestly, I think the misconception of it is that you're single without it being of choice. And actually, it is often by choice, because I get so much fulfillment out of what I'm doing.
Right.
And it's like, if you're not on the journey with me, helping me and making me feel even better, if you're taking away, goodbye. And so it's like, that's how I feel. It's like, I haven't found anybody that I feel like is like adding to. I feel like I'm finding people that's cool, we vibing, and I've had a couple dudes that's tried to grab off, and now I'm at a point where it's like, if you're not enhancing, then I don't really want to waste my time.
Girl, go ahead. Speak that. All right, so we just saw you do your thing with the Grease Live. How was that? Marty Maraschino, like the cherry.
Like the cherry. It was very fun. Very nerve-wracking, though.
But wasn't it similar to Broadway?
It was similar to Broadway, but it was such, Cinderella's an iconic role, but it's an iconic role in a more general sense of like, she's kind, and she, you can really have more freedom to create that personality.
Right.
People just know she's nice, but you can add your own style and flavor to it. As opposed to Marty, people are expecting they have certain expectations for these characters in Grease. Like,
yes.
They're expecting for Sandy to be innocent. They're expecting for Daddy to be cool. They're expecting for Marty to be sad. They're expecting for all these specific things. And so when you have all those things going in, it can be very hard for you to kind of do what your job is, which is to break down the character in your own way and show them the way that you see them. And so we had to get over us, our perceptions of the film, our perceptions of the musical, to do the live version. And that's what our director, Thomas Cale, helped us with. He was like, look, y'all, we're not doing Grease, the musical. We're not doing Grease, the movie. We're doing Grease live. So just do your version of that. And I feel like we were able to do that.
It came off well. I didn't know how many sets you guys were on. That thing was huge. Like at the end, and how they showed everything. That was amazing.
It was so crazy
how many people were on that set? I mean, like,
oh my gosh, it was hundreds. It was like a lot of people, because we had to have the people that were doing the engineering of the sound, the people that were doing the lights, the people that were doing the cameras, the people that were doing we had two directors. We had Thomas Cale, who was the actor's director, and then we had our other director, who was the live director, who directed everything, that all the moving parts.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of different hands. But one thing I had to say to everybody was like, I hope everybody on this set, aside from the actors, including the crew, I hope y'all know y'all was on y'all on your A game. Because for y'all to be able to pull something like this off, y'all got to give yourselves a pat on the back.
Yes.
Everybody had to be on point.
Everybody.
In order for us to get that live thing, I was like, y'all need to give yourselves a pat on the back, because this is crazy that we pulled this off.
Would you do something like that again?
Absolutely.
Yes?
Absolutely. It'd be nerve-wracking, but I would love to do it. And I would love to do it with a new musical, maybe something that's, original. Really fun.
All right, so where do you go from here? You have the song out. You're working on an album. Any more acting coming up soon?
Absolutely. I'm actually getting ready to work on a film called Pimp, where I play a lesbian pimp in it. And every time I drop that by, I know people are like, wait, give me more information.
Snaps.
So
Pimp.
Exactly. I've been working on it for the past 3 years. And so now we're actually about to get ready to start filming it. And I'm very, very excited because, it's a love story, really, but with the backdrop of the pimp industry and how this young woman is trying to figure out her way out of this area and to get her and her girlfriend in a new and at a better environment, but she gets caught up in the game, and the game gets caught up in her.
Do you feel like people put pressure on you to take on certain kinds of roles, or they have expectations of who Keke Palmer is because we loved her from when she was 10? And
Absolutely. But I mean, it's just like, it's normal. It's what happens. It's just like when my little sister goes to college and comes back, girl, shouldn't you be in the bed? Shouldn't you? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's that same thing, but it's just with people that you don't know.
Okay.
So again, I've learned not to take that personally, and I actually love it because it's like, come along for the ride and see something different. And, and also for my peers, I want them to see that, look, you don't have to stick to one thing just because people think you should.
Absolutely.
It's about you having the courage to believe in yourself outside of other people's perceptions.